Good morning, I am April Agising Lama and these are the headlines of the hour. Thousands of students leave the country for higher education, leaving campuses in Nepal empty. Less than 100 students enroll in 505 campuses nationwide. Foreign Minister Arju Rana confirms no talks on Prime Minister Oli's India visit. Rana clarifies no discussions with Indian side during her recent trip. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu announces progress in talks with Hamas, says efforts underway to secure release of prisoners. And India's Champions Trophy matches shifts to UAE after travel permissions denied to Pakistan. India to play all matches in UAE amid Champions Trophy venue change. Welcome back. With declining enrollment in higher education, 505 campuses across the country are nearing closure. The latest report from the University Grants Commission reveals that many of these campuses have fewer than 100 students. Experts attribute this crisis to political interference and unequal access to education. Bhaktapur Sanothimi campus, once a model multi-purpose institution, now has only 47 students. Lalitpur's Adarsh Kanya campus has 41 students, Nuwako's Amar Jyoti campus 54, Parbat's Annapurna Community campus 15 and Sunsari's Vijaypur College just 13. Many students are opting for foreign institutions for higher education. Out of 1,423 higher education providers across 22 universities and health science institutes, 505 campuses have fewer than 100 students. Most campuses nearing closure due to low student numbers are within the university. According to the annual report released by the University Grants Commission, the regulatory body of the universities, 19 institutional, 178 community, and 388 private campuses are at risk of shutting down.
यसमा अब निजी क्याम्पस पनि छन्, आंगिक क्याम्पसहरु पनि छन्, हैन? त्यस्तै गरेर अब सामुदायिक क्याम्पसहरु पनि छन्. अब यसको असर चाहिँ खास गरिकन तपाईको निजी क्याम्पस र सामुदायिक क्याम्पसलाई पर्दछ. सामुदायिक क्याम्पसमा विद्यार्थी कम भएको खण्डमा चाहिँ उनीहरुको अनुदान पनि कम हुने र उनीहरुको आन्तरिक स्रोत पनि कम हुन जाने एउटा समस्या पर्दछ, हैन? र अब आंगिक क्याम्पसहरुमा त तलबैको लागि त उनीहरुलाई समस्या हुँदैन. निजी क्याम्पसलाई पनि त्यसको असर पर्दछ, हैन? निजी र सामुदायिकलाई यसको असर पर्दछ. र सामुदायिक क्याम्पसको स्थिति यस्तै रहिरह्यो भने चाहिँ भोलिको दिन चाहिँ अप्ठ्यारो पर्न सक्दछ. विद्यार्थी संख्या यसरी घट्न गयो भने चाहिँ सबैभन्दा मुनि जान थाल्ने क्याम्पस चलाउन नि गाह्रो हुन्छ. जिल्लामा जनसङ्ख्याहरू कम हुँदै गएको छ, अत्याधिक चाहिँ बसाइसराई तीव्रता रहेको छ र रोजगारीका अवसरहरू कम छन् र वैदेशिक रोजगारमा जाने र विदेश पढ्न जाने प्रतिको चाहिँ प्रवृत्ति बढ्दो छ.
Campuses are facing a crisis as student number drop due to political interference, migration from rural to urban areas, and increasing preference for foreign education after class 12. Factors like outdated courses, lack of skilled teachers, and declining quality have further worsened the situation.
सिर्जना गर्ने, स्थापना गर्ने, तर जिम्मेवारी नलिने. जसले स्थापना गर्छ उसको जिम्मेवारी हो भन्ने खालको कन्सेप्ट भएको भए यो हुने थिएन. जिम्मेवारी गर्ने बेला व्यक्तिले एउटा चाहिँ सोसाइटीले अथवा कम्युनिटीले गर्ने, तर दायित्व कसको हुने त भन्दा सरकारको हुने. यो खालको चाहिँ एउटा सोच बनाएर अगाडि बढ्दाखेरिको अवस्था हो यो.
In response to campus closures due to declining student numbers, the University Grants Commission has introduced a merger policy with incentives. Recently, 20 under-enrolled campuses merged, receiving subsidies of 250,000 Nepali rupees or more. Experts warn that closures signal a troubling trend in Nepal's higher education sector. University must align curricula with entrepreneurship and job creation while introducing student-focused subjects to prevent further closures.
Public Pulse, brought to you by Uniglobe SS and College, Kamladi, Kathmandu.
Here's today's question. What do you think of the decreasing number of students in campuses? Your options are A, failure of education policy, B, not appealing and professional, or C, no youth in the country. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Now, Foreign Minister Arju Rana stated that there were no discussions with the Indian side regarding Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli's potential visit to India during her recent trip. Minister Rana, who returned home yesterday after visiting India via Europe, clarified that there were no discussions regarding Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli's visit to India during her trip. She explained that her visit to India was solely to participate in pre-scheduled program and did not include any additional meetings. During her stay, she attended 2 official meetings. A few weeks ago, while in Japa after returning from his visit to China, Premier Oli had mentioned that a visit to India was on the horizon. However, Minister Rana confirmed that this time she did not meet any Indian leaders, including Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi or her counterpart S. Jaishankar, unlike her previous visit when such meetings took place. Chair of Rashtriya Swatantra Party Rabi Lamichhane has been suspended from his position as a member of parliament. The parliament secretariat announced yesterday that his suspension was automatically enforced following the registration of money laundering case. The Parliament Secretariat has clarified MP Rabi Lamichhane's position has been suspended under Section 27 of the Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2064. According to this section, any officials or employee of a legally established organization or a public servant will be automatically suspended if taken into custody and a case is registered against them under this act until the case is resolved. The Secretariat has cited this provision as the basis for its decision. RSP MPs Ganesh Parajuli, Sobita Gautam and Santosh Pariyar urged the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Devraj Khimire, and Federal Parliament General Secretary Padma Pandey not to issue the suspension notice. Arguing Rule 248 of the House of Representatives rules does not mandate it. The Secretariat, however, did not cite these rules in its notification. Meanwhile, RSP has appointed DP Oriel as acting party chairperson. RSP stated that after the case was filed against Lamichhane, he submitted a letter to DP Oriel. The party's secretariat has approved the letter yesterday. The central as well as provincial government are unable to raise the transportation taxes as per the plan. Lack of development of efficient system to pay the taxes have led people wait in longer lines to get service. Bagmati provincial government raises highest number of taxes from transportation sector. Around 1.5 million motorbikes are registered in the province and the number of private vehicles are increasing day by day. Although the number of people arriving in office are in increasing trend, frequent complaints of inefficiency of the system are heard. Not only people do wait while paying taxes, delays are seen in getting licenses and while getting vehicles checked for pollution. Although the pollution check services are available at 12 different checkpoints, lack of qualified manpower obstruct the government works. The online tax payment system isn't fully in operation and people have to reach the offices to stamp their blue books. The system is under development as per the officials. 2.3 million people are still waiting for their smart licenses. The central government is preparing to hand over the responsibility to provincial government to ease the scenario. The government is unable to implement the suggestion given by several task forces for betterment of transportation sector. The complaint of general public are rising.
लाइन बस्नु पर्ने सिस्टम नचलेर कुर्नु पर्ने धेरै समस्या छ
टाढाबाट गयो कुर्नु पर्ने एकछिन टाइम लाग्छ भनेर कुराउने
लाइन बस्नु पर्ने बिल बुकको लागि लाइसेन्सको लागि एकदम झन्झटिलो समस्या भएर एकदम गाह्रो भइराछ
4000 उहाँ बुझाउन पर्ने त छुट्टै छ हामी लाइनमा बस्नु पर्ने खट्न पर्ने अनि अरु आते जाते खान्ते पिन्ते गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ हाम्रो 10 12 15000 पुग्छ खर्च
संघसभामा यातायातको कार्यालय नभएको हुनाले अब कर बुझाउन सुनसरीमा जानुपर्ने भएको बाध्यता मान्छेलाई छँदै छ
सम्बन्धित व्यक्ति भेटियो भने पनि काम चाहिँ 1-2 दिन त्यही बस्नु पर्ने अनि अलिकति खर्चिलो चाहिँ भइरहेको छ
ठीक छ सर कर मैले बुझाएपछि आनन्द छ यहाँको कर्मचारीको केही गल्ती छैन
गाडी लिएर आएको छ ट्र्याक्टर पास गराउने केही समस्या भएन सबै हाम्रो राम्रो काम भयो
यहाँ त कर तिर्न त केही गाह्रो छैन यहाँ आउने बैंक बुझाउने पैसा रसिद कटाउने
कहिलेकाहीँ नेट कटेर त दिक्कत हुन्छ
भित्रबाट अब यो कोठाबाट त्यो कोठा त्यो कोठाबाट पल्लो कोठा अब गर्दै अब कोठा कोठा चार्नु पर्ने एउटा समस्या त्यो भइहाल्यो।
आउँछौँ डेली यस्तै लाइन हुन्छ, फेरि फर्किन्छौँ, कलेजमा डिस्टर्ब भइरहेछ।
हिजोबाट लाइनमा बसेको, हिजो नि यहाँको सर्भर डाउन भएर हिजो नि काम भएन र आज नि यस्तै छ, काम भइरहेको छैन।
It is time for international news. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has said that progress has been made in talks with Hamas to secure the release of Israeli prisoners in Gaza. During a speech to the Israeli parliament, the Knesset, he said that progress has been made in talks with Hamas to secure the release of the prisoners. However, he did not set a specific date for when the talks would be concluded. Likewise, Netanyahu claimed that the Israeli army had achieved major military achievements on several fronts and the Hamas leaders had softened their previous demands due to military pressure on Hamas. However, Hamas has made it clear that the release of the hostages in Gaza and their security depend on Israel's military presence and attack on Gaza. Abu Obaida, a spokesperson for Hamas military wing, said that the fate of some Israeli hostages would depend on the type of attack Israel would carry out on Gaza. Earlier, the Palestinian leader had made it clear that the ceasefire talks between Israel and Gaza were 90% complete. However, it was reported that the talks could not reach a conclusion because of some issues arose between two parties. The Israeli Prime Minister's statement is being commented on as a sign that a Gaza ceasefire may be concluded. Meanwhile, Israeli Defense Minister Israel J. Katz has admitted that Israel killed Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran, Iran last July. Now, members of Donald Trump's presidential transition team are laying the groundwork for the United States to withdraw from the World Health Organization on the first day of his second term. The Financial Times was first to report on the plans, citing two experts. The second expert, former White House COVID-19 response coordinator Assis Shah, was not immediately available for comment. The Trump transition team did not immediately respond to the plan, which aligns with Trump's long-standing criticism of the UN Health Agency, would mark a dramatic shift in U.S. global health policy and further isolate Washington from international efforts to battle pandemics. Trump has nominated several critics of the organization to top public health positions, including Robert F. Kennedy Jr., a vaccine skeptic who is up for the post of Secretary of Health and Human Services, which oversees all major U.S. health agencies, including the CDC and FDA. Trump initiated the year-long withdrawal process from the WHO in 2020, but 6 months later, his successor, President Joe Biden, reversed the decision. Trump has argued that the agency failed to hold China accountable for the early spread of COVID-19. He has repeatedly called the WHO a puppet of Beijing and vowed to redirect U.S. contributions to domestic health initiatives. WHO Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus at a press briefing on December 10, in which he was asked whether he was concerned that the Trump administration would withdraw from the organization. Tedros said at the time that the WHO needed to give the U.S. time and space for the transition. He also voiced confidence that states could finalize a pandemic agreement by May 2025. Critics warned that a U.S. withdrawal could undermine global disease surveillance and emergency response systems. Now, Mozambique's top court confirmed the ruling party Frelimo's victory in an October election, which has sparked massive protests by opposition groups who say the vote was rigged. The Constitutional Council has the final say over the electoral process, and its ruling is likely to spark further protests in Mozambique, a southern African country of close to 35 million people that Frelimo has governed since 1975. Western observers said the election was not free and fair, and the post-election period has seen the biggest protest against Frelimo in Mozambique's history. According to the civil society monitoring group Plataforma Decide, at least 130 people have been killed in clashes with police. Outside the conference center in the capital Maputo, where a senior Constitutional Council judge announced that Frelimo's Daniel Chapo was president-elect and the party had retained its majority in parliament. The streets were deserted amid a heavy police presence. But footage on local broadcaster TV's Successor Moz showed protesters had taken to the streets in the northern city of Nakala Porto within an hour of the announcement and in other areas of the capital. In its final tally, the Constitutional Council said Chapo had secured about 65% of the vote, lower than the figure of more than 70% given by the Electoral Commission in late October. It also gave Frelimo fewer seats in the parliament that the commission did without explaining why it had made those changes. Frelimo has consistently been accused by opponents and election observers of rigging votes since it first allowed elections in 1994, although it has repeatedly denied those accusations. The Electoral Commission has not commented on allegations of fraud in this election. Now, Fabio Ochoa, a former leader of the Medellin cartel, returned to Colombia on Monday after serving over 20 years in a U.S. prison. He was deported by the U.S. government and is now a free man with no legal charges pending in Colombia. Ochoa, greeted by family and journalists at Bogota's airport, expressed his innocence regarding new allegations claiming they were fabricated. Upon his arrival, Ochoa hugged his daughter, whom he has said he hadn't seen since he was 7. Known as a high-ranking member of the notorious cartel, Ochoa was previously implicated in significant drug trafficking operations and was extradited to the U.S. in 2001.
Sports News.
Welcome back. India's matches in next year's Champions Trophy, originally set to be held in Pakistan, will now take place in the UAE. This decision came after India did not receive permission to travel to Pakistan. Yesterday, Pakistan Cricket Board PCB Chair Mosir Naqvi met with Sheikh Mubarak, who is also the president of UAE Cricket, to discuss the future of the Champions Trophy. PCB spokesperson Amir Mir announced that Pakistan has selected the UAE as a neutral venue for the tournament. The highly anticipated match between Pakistan and India is now scheduled for February 23. Group A of the Champions Trophy features hosts Pakistan, India, Bangladesh and New Zealand. India is set to face Bangladesh on February 20 and New Zealand on March 2nd, with both matches taking place in Dubai. The tournament will follow a hybrid model with games hosted in multiple locations. Defending champions Pakistan will kick off their campaign against New Zealand on February 19 in Karachi, while their final league match will be against Bangladesh on February 27 in Rawalpindi. Group B of the Champions Trophy includes Afghanistan, Australia, England and South Africa. Apart from India's matches, all other groups' games will be hosted in Lahore, Karachi and Rawalpindi. Now, the 19th edition of the Sports Awards, presented annually by the Nepal National and International Sports Association, NNIPA, will take place on January 4th at the Manamaiju Temple Complex in Tarkeshwar Municipality, Kathmandu. Tarkeshwar Municipality Mayor Krishna Hari Maharjan and NNIPA Chair Deepak Shrestha signed an agreement for the award project on Monday. The organizers announced that 36 individuals will be honored in various categories. In recognition of Nepal's participation in the 19th Asian Games in Hangzhou, China, the same number of players selected from 29 sports will be awarded. The players chosen based on the recommendations of the relevant sports association will each receive cash prize of 10,000 Nepali rupees. Out of 29 players, 1 male and 1 female athlete will receive a cash prize worth 100,000 rupees along with the Best Player award. Each male and female player will also be awarded 50,000 in cash along with the Talented Player award. The season's sports personality will be honored with the Gaira's Other Sports Personality Award and the NNIPA Sports Journalism Award, each accompanied by a cash prize of 35,000 Nepali rupees. That is all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.